What up, y'all? It's time to abandon 50 Cent. I know I haven't really been doing much hip hop stuff. I'm gone and not forgotten, all right? I'm out here in Prague right now, Czech Republic. I'm trying to make travel videos and shit because I wanted to be done with this hip hop stuff. But you know what? Every time I want to be done with the hip hop stuff, these rappers come around and do something stupider than the last time they did some shit. I don't know if you guys know about Zohran Mamdani. I'm sure most of you do. A lot of you guys are New Yorkers who watch my shit. But he just won the Democratic seat as mayor, right? He's now mayor of New York City. Congratulations to him. Of course, you know, there's a lot of people, especially very, very rich people, who are against the fact that he won. A lot of them are paying for campaigns to make sure he didn't win. They lost, right? One of those main people outside of the huge billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, right, Michael Bloomberg, is 50 Cent for some reason. And I think this has to be talked about because I feel like there is such a crossover between like radical Republicans and rappers. And it does make sense, you know. A lot of rappers came from very humble beginnings, but at the same time, they are the type of people who are, you know, get money against everything else type of people. But I feel like this really needs to be discussed about how big of a problem this is in our community. You feel me? Because rap has always been built off of the community, right? And I feel like so much of hip hop, we like weaponize the culture. Right? We say, this person's not part of the culture, get rid of them. This person's not part of the culture, get rid of them. But it's always somebody who's like soft, or we just don't personally identify with as usually being hood, you know? But we never really call out people like 50 Cent. You know, we never really call out people like NBA Youngboy, who, you know, was telling kids to vote for Donald Trump and shit, right? And listen, you know, as a black person, we're not a monolith. I get that. We can believe in a lot of different things. I understand that. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that most of black culture stands for and most of hip hop stands for. And even though hip hop is gangsters, hip hop is drug talk and all that stuff, a lot of hip hop is community and about how we can rise up, you know? And I feel like the black community, we're always in this weird paradigm, right? Where we want to rise up. We want these kind of workers' rights. We want these solidarity type shit, right? But then at the same time, we're all about taking each other down. And I feel like we've in our culture, we've made the wrong type of dude corny. For real. You know, we've made the wrong type of dude corny. Like, who is a corny dude in the culture, right? Somebody who's like a dweeb, he's wearing glasses, clothes a little too tight, right? Never sold drugs, stayed at home, stayed on the porch like everybody says, listened to his mom, all that type of shit, right? But then the person that's cool is someone like 50 Cent, right? Someone who was out there getting money, out there, you know, stabbing niggas, shooting niggas, everybody, right? Getting it by any means necessary. And we think that's cool, but then it leads to this type of shit, you know? And I feel like there's just, it's such a contradiction because it's like now we're all upset at this guy, right? A lot of people, I think, are upset at 50 Cent. But it's like you can't really be upset at him because this is who he's been the whole entire time. And I just wish most of us would wake up to that and stop, like, it's not even idolizing these dudes. It's like, stop even seeing them as like viable people to be around. Stop even listening to them like as artists. Bro, because they make cool shit, whatever, bro. But at the end of the day, if they're not here with some sort of working class solidarity or just an understanding of what the typical American is, we need to cut them off. Because at the end of the day, we are the consumers. We are the ones who give them a job, right? And for them to be basically bankrolled by us, but then voting strictly against all of us is damn near a crime. Especially when so much of hip hop is about, you know, standing up as being a lower class person. right? It's about, it is about getting money, enemies necessary and shit like that, but it's more or less about all of it. What it's like to be a downtrodden person, what it's like to be someone who's victimized all the time, what it's like to be somebody who's targeted all the time. And that is really the bread and butter of hip hop. I think that's why it's done so well, is because it resonates with so many other people. That's a very relatable thing that a lot of people can see and feel, man. And for these people to kind of take that goodwill and bastardize it is sort of a joke, man. And it's kind of a ridiculous thing. And I feel like this is a big issue, not just with a lot of these rappers, but with a lot of people like within the Black community as well too. It's like this type of mentality of like, fuck everybody else, it's all about me and getting my money. That's another reason why hip hop is dying right now. Because that was okay in the Obama years when everybody had a little bit to eat. So they could all pretend to be 50 Cent, right? But now reality is hitting a lot of people and they can't afford a thing, man. A lot of people are about to lose their ability to eat food. They're about to lose their ability to have health care. And this is going to be a very, very serious issue. So when they hear some dude talking about shining, they're like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga? And they would way rather listen to Nirvana, that has nothing to do with that shit, than listen to you talking about how everybody else is a chump and you're out here to make your money. And then you go on live and you want to talk about how dope Donald Trump is. Shut the fuck up, man. These kids are being influenced by this type of shit. And it's I don't know, it's truly an awful thing. It kind of surprises me how much it's allowed to flourish. Like, I understand when shit sounds hot, but there's plenty of rappers who rap and the shit doesn't have to be about that shit. You feel me? Like, bro, we have fallen so far down. And it's funny because it's like, I like Drake. He's good, whatever. He's annoying as well too. But it's like, I feel like so much hip hop blame like comes to him for being phony. But it's like, nigga, 99.9% of these dudes are all phony, but they're all seen as like real, while he's the only punching bag. It's like, yo, Kodak Black was calling Donald Trump Uncle Trump. A black man is calling a white man. Is calling a white man. I almost fell on my ass because I'm so pissed off. A black man is calling a white man uncle for getting him off of a charge that he shouldn't have even been involved in the first place. And everybody's laughing at it, thinks it's so fun, thinks it's cool, thinks fucking Kodak is dope. And now we're idolizing this, drug addicted loser, and then we're idolizing 50 Cent as an old head who's literally acting like the entire city is going to be destroyed if regular people are allowed to live in it and afford food, transportation, and housing. What the fuck are we doing? And, I'm sorry, this is kind of just a random thing. You guys know me. I usually have the little clips and shit and throwing little videos and everything like that. This isn't really this. I just kind of got tired of seeing him on the internet and how he was saying that he's moving. It's like, nigga, move. You're rich. You already have 4 different houses anyway. You can live wherever the fuck you want to live. These people have no other choice. Their lives, bro, are based in this city. And it's not just the New York City. That's one of the most expensive cities in the world. These are people in every city. This is people in every rural town that can barely survive. And these people want to talk like they're one of these Rockefellers. And what's so funny about it is like, yeah, the nigga has money, but he still doesn't have anything compared to a lot of these dudes that have money. And he's basically playing as their little like Uncle Tom slave. That's what all these rappers are, bro. Just fucking house niggas, man. Every day, day in, day out. Fucking house niggas. And it'd be the most quote unquote black ones too. The ones that'll bust you upside of your head. The ones that'll rob you. The ones that did used to break down a pack. Those are the house niggas. I used to hear it from one of my boys, Moxie, where he was saying that like basically like gangbangers are house niggas because all they want to do is roll around to black people and start trouble, but they won't bother nobody else. And I agree with that. But I think it goes even deeper than that. I think it goes into rappers, anybody that abides by the quintessential quote unquote blackness of like negative black culture is a house nigga. Anybody that sees blackness as selling drugs, going up somebody's head, trying to take territory from somebody else who sells this, that, and the third, that is a house nigga. We need to start changing the idea of what it means to be a black person, not just in our country, but in, you know, the world society as a whole. Bro, this shit is too fucking much. And so many of us have so much potential. And I feel like so many of us in the last generation have gone so far that what used to kind of be synonymous with us is starting to change, right? So many of us are achieving so many great things. And to have these losers, these scabs, these fucking house niggas try to fucking manipulate the less intelligent portion of our population is disgusting. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just went for it, man. I was just a little frustrated. Don't mind me. Sorry. And my nose is running too. That's how you can tell I was pissed off. I'll see you guys later. Peace.